Okay, this will hopefully be the last one that we make.
Because it's part 5.
5. Because we had an ending, which I guess you could call part 4. But even Mom said, you got bees in your brain. You don't think. Nana did not use drugs. That's bullshit. You are slandering Nana's name now. And that is not okay.
Yeah. Slandering the dead is never a good thing.
It's like, really, Anna? That's not okay. Yeah, just because, I don't know, Mom said that, an aunt said that Nana may have tried meth once, and that she didn't like how it made her nose feel, which Mom's like, yeah, she can understand that, but no, Nana never did hard drugs. Especially not when she was doing those 3 jogs. No, and if you do these drugs, you will get addicted. There is no such thing as a gene that makes it so you're not addicted to it. Also, it's not gene. I never said you had nerve damage, which I forgot to put this in my notes. But I never said you had nerve damage. You have something that's called CIP. I forget what it stands for, but it's CIP. Look it up. It's chronic immunity or chronic insensitivity to pain. That's what you have. It's a condition. It never said you had nerve damage. You said that. So, yeah, no, you have CIP. And actually, we're all addicted to something. We all have the same addiction.
Yeah. I have a caffeine addiction.
Yeah, we all have addiction to caffeine. And you actually have an addiction to sex. Because she has to have sex every day, multiple times a day, apparently. Also, with the sex, you better be careful with the Zepbound, because I looked it up. It can interfere with your birth control. You need to talk to your doctor and make sure that you're okay, because you do not need to get pregnant. That would be the worst thing for you, because you don't need any kids. You don't need to have Daisy. You neglect her as is. And it's like, just because you and other people can only think about sex does not mean that me or Kyle only thinks about sex, and that's why we're getting married. No, I can keep my legs closed, unlike you.
Yeah, and she has.
Yeah, it's like, no. Actually, some of the rules, because we're having premarital counseling with Charlie, he said there will be no sex. Since the last meeting on Tuesday, there will be no sleepovers, which we were having sleepovers. I go over and sleep at his place, and he'd come over and sleep with me and Missy. If you don't have it, meaning your private areas, breast and down there, and then penis with him. If you don't have it, you cannot touch it. If you do not have it, you cannot see it. So we're not touching or seeing each other. Naked, basically. So those are some rules that we have to follow while we're doing our premarital counseling, which are actually pretty good. The only thing I didn't like was that we can't sleep over, because I really was liking to just staying over with him overnight was nice. Actually, I did put it down here, congenital insensitivity to pain, CIP, so I did put it down. And I'm actually surprised. You say you shower twice. That doesn't make you clean. And also, a bath does not count as a shower. And with how many guys you mess with, you probably have a constant UTI, because you don't actually clean yourself properly, because you always smelled musty when you were here. I just never said anything, but you did. You always smelled musty because you were taking baths, not showers. And there's a difference. A bath is not a shower. You do not clean. You're sitting in your own soup, basically. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I even you smelled like damp socks, and you did. You had a musty smell. And also, oh yeah, you're saying that Heather is walking around nude in parks and the zoo, the Colorado Springs Zoo, this old classmate of Anna's. She's saying that she's walking around in those places nude. You wouldn't get past the front gates nude.
Yeah, especially since we went to the
Yeah, we've been to Spring
Zoo
Zoo
recently.
Yeah, no, there's
Like
no
a
way.
month or two ago.
And
There's
if
no
you
way you would get past the gates.
and if you do start stripping down in the zoo, you're gonna get taken out and escorted out right away because there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't just do that. So yeah, no, I doubt that Heather is actually doing that. Oh, again, even Mom agrees. No, you do not look Japanese. You may be part Japanese, but you do not look it. You look Armenian. John looks Armenian.
Yep.
No, you do not have that classic monolid where their lids are like this, pretty much. They have slits. Your eyes are wide open like mine and John's. You do not have a monolid. You do not have Asian or Japanese eyes, so you can stop that. Oh yeah, did nerve damage. What you smell like. Heather being stopped at the gate. Also, getting a roommate does not mean that you do not pay rent. You gotta split the rent. Roommates pay half and half. You don't just get away with not paying any rent and expect to have a roommate and have them pay all of the rent. That's not how it works. Plus, you have the funds to pay for your rent. You just don't want to. You think you're above it all, which you're not.
You're a moocher.
Yeah, exactly. You're a moocher. We went over that with the disability and your SSI payments. It's like you say you're an anarchist, yet you mooch off the government. It's like you can work. You've had a job.
She's not an anarchist. As I've said before, my co-host on the Horror Stream Live, he's an anarchist.
Yep.
You're not even close.
Yep, no, you're not. So yeah, no, you gotta pay rent even if you have a roommate. You gotta pay half. And that same with utilities. You guys split the utilities and split the rent. That's how it works. And what was it? Oh yeah, I don't owe anyone an apology. I don't owe Brent an apology. I don't owe Scott, who you said is dead, an apology. I don't owe Eric, or AKA Kim. I don't owe him an apology. I don't owe you an apology. So, no. And also, Betty did a walkthrough when you first moved in. Wait, they did a walkthrough here when you first moved in.
Yep.
Yeah, they do walkthroughs.
Recorded it.
They do walkthroughs. They did a walkthrough with you. The window was not broken when you first moved in. You broke it and don't want to admit it. Or again, Brent, I wouldn't be surprised because you said he stalked you and walked home or followed you home because you were stupid and not paying attention and probably broke your window. You broke your window. You paid for it. Own up to it. It was you. Obviously, because we do walkthroughs. The window was not broken when you moved in. Period. Even John, yeah, he did a video of the walkthrough.
Yep.
Nana
There's literally 2 videos
Yeah.
of my new apartment when I moved in. One is the walkthrough, the other is right after I got everything set up and organized.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to see you become such a petty, evil, narcissistic person. Nana is very disappointed in you, and I know this for a fact. Even Mom says, we know this for a fact. Nana is disappointed in you and how you have turned out. And this shit you do.
Yeah, let's put it this way. Nana, if she could, she'd come down from heaven to haunt you for the shit you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Nana would. And you are not a schizophrenic. Mom even confirmed that. No one on your dad's side has schizophrenia. No one on your mom's side has schizophrenia. You do not have schizophrenia. It is a genetic condition. It's passed down in your genes. You do not have it. That's a bogus diagnosis. DID, bogus diagnosis. Your gender dysmorphia, a bogus disorder, which your your psychiatrist is not doing their job. They should be stripped of their license because they are just putting you on meds for stuff that you do not have. They just they want that kickback again. They get a kickback for every medication they put you on. So, yeah, no, your psychiatrist should have their license stripped because you do not have these conditions. because you're not schizophrenic. That is genetic. No one in your family has schizophrenia on any side. So, yeah, bogus. Mom confirmed that for me yesterday when we were talking. And yeah, she called you out and messaged you on TikTok because of all this shit you're posting. Also, there have been no police contact with me. The police have not called me. The police have not come and talked to me. They just blow you off because you're a mental nut that belongs in the nut house.
The police are probably going to end up visiting you because of all of those threats you're posting on social media with the TikTok videos.
With the saying that conservatives, if they take the Has-Been Hotel off, then you're going to make their death look worse than Charlie Kirk's. Like, really? Also,
yeah, that one video alone is actionable, is an actionable threat, and you literally could get arrested for that.
Yep, you could. And also, just because you delete it does not mean it's gone. Once it's on the internet, it's on there forever. So they can find it. Yeah, no. Basically, your psychiatrist is phony and diagnosing you with bullshit. Yeah, they're not helping you. Which is sad, but yeah, I can see that with a lot of doctors. They don't really want to help. They just want that kickback with more money by putting you on more medications, unfortunately. Yeah, also, it goes both ways. I think I said this in the last one. If you quit talking shit about me, quit, hinting at me, because hinting is the same thing. You're talking about me if you're hinting at me. Leave me alone. I will leave you alone, and I will stop putting these videos up.
And basically, leave us alone. We leave
you alone. Exactly. It goes both ways. And yes, we do have friends, and yeah, you don't know John's accounts. John can go and check up on your accounts without you knowing, because you have no idea what his accounts are, and we're not telling you.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can check up and make sure that you're not talking shit about either of us, or Nana, or Mom. But once you stop talking shit about us, then we stop calling you out on the shit that you're bringing up. Because what you're doing is called slander. And you majorly made a mistake by slandering Nana's name. That was not okay. I don't care who told you that she did hard drugs. She did not. We know that for a fact. So you can try going about your own business and leaving us alone. And I think that covers it pretty much.
Pretty much.
But yeah, no. Leave us alone, we leave you alone. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And Chomsky is jumping at the wall.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to bring up?
Not really.
Okay.